Hello and welcome, my dear friends. Welcome to the review of a vintage piece I recently bought. I bought this beautiful piece mainly for this wonderful celluloid. And before I will start this review, let me zoom a little bit on the wonderful body, and you can see this nice looking celluloid material. It is in an amazing form. It has some damage with those teeth marks over there, but a beautiful material. As I suspect, this is Italian fountain pen. It dates from the late 1930s and the beginning of the 1940s, and it is a relatively small producer. The clue about its manufacturer is right over here, my friends. Technically engraved on the body, we have, let me zoom a little bit closer, we have ZEMAX. And ZEMAX, Z and M-A, stands from the initial of the founder of the company, Massimo Zeme. And the addition to this X at the end of it was an attempt to give the brand a foreign name. Back in the 1930s, the Italian producers had a marketing strategy to adopt exotic names, foreign names, American names, because the foreign names were synonym to quality. And indeed, this is a quite nice piece, very well made. And I was telling you about the owner of the company, Massimo Zeme, and he started his business around 1934 in Torino, in Turin, Italy. He practically made fountain pens in 3 sizes, and like you see, they were very beautifully crafted, and he used marble, vined, and ringed celluloid material to do them. Very interesting. Next to its name, we have also the logo, and if you watch closely, you can see the letter Z superimposed on around M right over there. Very interesting logo. I bought this recently, as I told you, and I paid for it 275 lays, the equivalent of 53.86 euros or 60.30 US dollars. And the only defect to it is those teeth marks. The fact that this beautiful clip is a little bit bent. I love the ending of it, this wheel at the end. And also another thing that it is not original of this pen is the gold nib. Yes, we have a gold nib, but unfortunately enough, we don't have its original nib. Sometimes during its lifetime, it was replaced by this Aero 14 karat fiber 5 German nib. Somebody test if it's real gold. Look at that. But it is a very, very nice nib. I will do the writing sample in a minute. The ebonite feeder on the back seems original to this piece. And my friends, I've searched on the internet, and I will leave you a picture of how the original nib looked like. Of course, Massimo Zeme made two variants of the pen. The ones that are chrome plated had the steel nib, but also it was branded with the brand name ZEMAX. The company name was Zeme Massimo and Co. Societe Anonima. Massimo Zeme and Company Incorporated, incorporated company, and like I told you, it was based in Turin, Italy, and it stayed in business till the late 1940s. Let me now return to the fountain pen, and it is a lever filler, a button filler, a very, very nice piece, and you have to fall in love with this material. I simply love it. I simply love this pen. And now, my friends, let me do a writing sample. For the writing sample, firstly, I will put this pen here. By the way, my friends, of course, the sec and the filling mechanism is not working, so I will just do the deep. I will just dip the pen in ink to do the writing sample, and for the ink I will use this Pelikan Konix Blau Royal Blue ink. Now let me see if I can find. I think I can find a small notebook. Here it is. The paper is Herlitz, and I will try to do a writing sample here. But before I will do that, let me change slightly the angle of the camera, my friends, for you to see better the writing sample. Like this. Okay. Okay. It posts, as you probably can see. Now I'm going to dip it in ink like this, my friends. Just dip it. I will remove the excess of the ink, and now I will clean the grip section. So let me see. Yes, a little zoom is in order right now, and I have here a ZEMAX fountain pen. It was made in Italy in the late 1930s. Made in Italy in the late 1930s. Fortunately enough, it doesn't have its original 14 karat nib, but it has a 14 karat 585 Aero replacement nib. So I told you ZEMAX, it's very interesting. The logo is like an M right over here and a Z right over here. This is the logo of the company, which was founded by Massimo Zeme. Okay, although it's not the original nib, let me see if we have a flex nib, and I will test it right over here. And surprisingly enough, I don't know if you can see here, but definitely a flexible nib. I'm just doing also the fingernail test, and you can see that aspect of it right here. So a little flex we have, a little flex, which makes it a very, very nice nib. Here I'm going to do the pressure test. I'm not applying pressure, and here I'm applying pressure, and probably a small line variance, I will call it. So even a small line variance depending on the pressure you put on the nib, and it does the signatures quite nice. In reverse writing, let me see. So reverse writing, it doesn't do such a good job. It scratches the paper. And now let me tell you about the Fox. So the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. What can I tell you, my friends? We have a good replacement nib. I'm sorry that I don't have the original ZEMAX nib, but I bought it as it is. By the way, my friends, I paid for it 275 lays, and this means approximately 53.86 euros for it. Considering it has a replacement nib, it could be a little high price. Tell me what you think, my friends. Or 60.30 US dollars. This was the review of it. I simply love Italian fountain pens. I fell in love with the material, the wonderful celluloid, and I love also this clip, although it's a little bit bent. It is wonderful. And now I'm noticing it is a shame because some fool tried also the clip to see if it's made out of gold. What a shame. What stupid idiots. Okay, it is what it is, my friends. This was its review. Sorry that I'm a little bit annoyed with the things that I find in the world, but the world it is as it is. This was the review of the ZEMAX, my friends. Tell me what you think. Tell me your opinion. Did I overpay for it? Probably so. I don't know. Definitely it has a little bit of teeth marks here. This problem with the clip, it is bent, and some idiot tested roughly if it was made out of gold. A replacement nib also tested by someone to see if it's real gold. This was its review, my friends. Tell me what you think about it. I hope that someday I will find an original ZEMAX nib and I will restore it to its former glory. Okay, this was its review. Stay tuned on my channel because next I'm going to review the other Italian pen that I bought with it. This is the King pen, a very, very small pen in comparison with the ZEMAX pen, but also an Italian beauty from the 1930s. Have a wonderful day, my dear friends, wherever you are, and God bless you all. Bye bye.